The Kenya Pipeline Company IPO, it's still a very hot conversation in the financial corridors and even in the streets. And we said that the decision to participate or not to participate in the IPO, it's a very personal decision. Gather all the information you can, factor in the information that you know about shares, and because you understand yourself well in terms of your financial position, in terms of your risk appetite, make a decision, be the ultimate decision owner of whether to participate in the IPO or not. Don't follow hype, but make a very informed decision. This video is for those people who have already made a decision to buy the shares now, because it is speaking on the how to go about the process. It's speaking on the steps that you are supposed to take in case you are interested in buying the shares. Just to answer some very few questions that you might have in mind about the process of buying the Kenya Pipeline Company shares. And number one, to answer your question, something many people are wondering, can you buy the IPO shares, or can you buy the Kenya Pipeline shares through the normal application that you use to buy shares? No. And the reason behind that is because Kenya Pipeline Company has not been listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange yet. So you'll be able to see the company, but later in the month of March, and that is when you can be able to buy the shares on your normal platform where you do your shares investments or your shares trading. That goes to also your brokers and maybe the banks who also act as brokers. Don't waste time going to visit your bank. Don't waste time going to visit your broker, because they are not in a position, they can guide you, but you really don't need them for this transaction. Like, you don't have to go to them physically for this transaction to happen. Now, the shares are accessible in two ways, and number one way is a USSD code. A USSD code is simply a shortcode that you dial on your phone, like the one we use for checking your balance, buying data, such. So the USSD code is *483 *816 hash. *483 *483 hash. *483 *816 hash. So once you dial that USSD code, of course, you'll be able to see a lot of prompts. The way you get prompts as you want to get a service from a USSD code. So you have to keep answering all the questions that are asked, and go up to the end of the process. And some of the key things to note is that the minimum shares that you can buy for the KPC is 100. I don't know why it is capped at 100. Yet we had, I think August last year, the NSE was open to a single share trading, where you can be able to buy a single share in the normal trading counters, but this one is capped at 100, so you can buy a minimum of 100 shares, meaning the minimum that you can invest in the IPO is 900 shillings. So follow the prompts that you get to encounter as you dial the USSD, and at the end of it all, you should be able to make a payment, probably through a prompt, for amounts that are within the M-Pesa or the other money transfer limits. You should be able to get a prompt where you input your PIN and be able to make the payment, but it is not compulsory that you pay for the shares as you make that application, because maybe you might not be prepared to make the payment there and then. But remember, you should pay for the shares before the IPO closes on the month of February. It must be 19th of February 2026. So the second way is an online platform where there is a link. I'm sure even if you go to your favorite browser and just dial Kenya Pipeline IPO portal, it will land you there, but you can check the exact link on the information documents provided by the privatization authority that is handling the whole IPO, to ensure that you have the correct link or the correct link. So ensure that you fill all the information that you are required to fill, because some of the reasons that your bid might be rejected it's incomplete information, documents that were required but they are not attached. So ensure that you provide all the required information. Ensure that you attach all the required documents. Now, the payments can be made through different ways, and the most simple one is through the mobile banking platform. There is a pay bill. You can see this information on the documents provided by KPU to be sure the accounts that you're supposed to use. So in case you want to use the pay bill, get to the documents and see the payment information for yourself. You can be able to do RTGS, that is a bank-to-bank transfer. You can be able to do an EFT, again a bank-to-bank transfer. So you have different options of making payment. Another interesting thing is that you don't have to bid for all the shares that you want all at once. You can maybe you had bought 1,000 shares, and you want an additional 500 shares. You can go back to the same USSD code, and there will be an option for adding shares. So in case you are not decided on the number of shares that you want, you buy the first time and you want to add some more, as far as the window for the IPO have not closed, you can go to the option and select add shares. There's an option for adding shares. Then another interesting thing is that there is a lipa pole pole with this particular IPO. Like, you don't have to pay all the amount at once. You can be able to pay the amount in bits. You can go to the USSD code, and there is an option for adding payment. So you keep paying your amounts until you fulfill the total amount that you had bidded for. Then again, another thing that you are supposed to read from that document as you make your payments, make sure you read about the refund policy, because there are high chances that there will be oversubscription in this particular IPO. Going by the current hype that we have been having about shares, going by the numbers of people that are asking about opening a CDS account, and maybe you might end up being unlucky. You wanted to invest, but you are not allotted the shares, or you are not allotted the number of shares that you wanted, because there is that possibility. You can apply for 10,000 shares, and you are allotted 5,000 shares, but you had already paid for the 10,000. So there is a refund policy in the memorandum document. So ensure you check that. You have to pick your preferred refund option, where you want your money to be refunded in case your bid is partially considered or not considered at all. So ensure that you go through the refund policy so you can be well informed about what will happen in case your money is to be refunded. Then I failed to mention a very important point at the beginning of this conversation, that you cannot participate in this IPO if you don't have a CDS account. So that is one of the basic requirements, that you must have a CDS account for you to be able to to participate in this IPO. But the good thing is that if you really want to invest in this IPO, and you don't have a CDS account, you have time, because there is almost a whole month, and maybe opening a CDS account for a broker who is a bit serious. I don't see the reason as to why it should take you more than a week. So you should, even if you don't have a CDS account right now, you have a chance of investing in this particular IPO, because you have time to open the CDS account and be able to invest. So to see more information about this, there is a 148-page document provided about the IPO. So you can go there and check anything that is of interest. Any question that you have should be answered by that particular document as far as this IPO is concerned. So in case of any questions that you have, you can drop them in the comment section. We get to engage and we get to learn from each other and get to assist each other.